Sharp Game here, coming at you with another episode from ChooseYourRelationships.com, off of Love Can't Wait, which you can find on Amazon.com. And today I'm going to talk about a question I got, and a guy says, what should you do and what it means when your girlfriend seems distant, is avoiding you, and sex seems out of the question. So she's avoiding you, distant, and doesn't want to put out the sex. Now, for me to answer a question like this to the best of my ability, you really didn't give me a lot of info on the relationship you have. You didn't tell me how long y'all was together. You didn't tell me where you live. You didn't tell me how'd y'all meet. You didn't give me very much to work on. And you didn't tell me, are y'all monogamous? Oh, you have an open relationship? Those types of things matter. And I don't like to assume anything. And there's always an exception to the rule. So for this purpose, I'm going to assume that y'all been together for a while. So I can answer this question to the best of my ability in the most constructive manner. So based on my experience, if you've been with a girl for a while and maybe y'all hit it off in the beginning, maybe the sex was off the chain, maybe things were going pretty smooth, y'all were having a good time, y'all were vibing, maybe you met her parents or her family and vice versa, and all of a sudden things just come to a halt and she giving you the cold shoulder. Based on my experience, it's either two things happen. Either you've done something to turn her off, which is quite common today because a lot of people tend to get complacent and they stop doing what they used to do in the beginning to get the person, and they get comfortable and they have the attitude like, oh, we don't got to do that shit no more because she's locked in or he's locked in, right? Then you got some women, they just get bored. Some people are just like that. Some guys are like that too. They just get bored being around the same person for a long period of time. Because you have to realize that in the United States of America, we live in a feel-good society. See, everything has to feel good, look good, smell good, and taste good. So if you're missing one of those factors in a relationship, it's probably you're probably gonna have problems within the relationship. Because people being conditioned to be like this. You see, most people are most women especially, are kind of delusional. They're in a fantasy bubble, a fantasy world. See, a lot of them been looking at too much television and reading too many novels. And they always looking for something brand new. New car, new clothes, new shoes, new hair, new dick, new just name anything that's new and popular. That's what most of them, they're always striving to get that new thing, because a lot of them, quite frankly, a lot of these women have low self-esteem, you know, and they don't really see the value of people, or family, or relationships, or they don't see the value of men. They treat men like it's a damn commodity today, you know. So that's why they'll keep changing guys every so often, you know, and there's nothing you can really do about that shit. You know, you can only control you. That's it. You can't control anybody else. So, you know, it is what it is. So maybe she just got bored of you, or you turned her off, and you have to be fine with that. And then the other reason is she probably got somebody else. You probably was the something to do guy. You know what I'm saying? And or maybe you was the side dude. Either or. You know what I'm saying? That happens. You know, I've been the side dude probably once, at least 2-3 times. But I didn't know it though until after the fact. So a lot of times these relationships will start off fast. Y'all might be having a good time for weeks, months at a time. Then all of a sudden, everything just stops. She stopped taking your phone calls the way she used to. She wants to meet you every once in a while. And every time you meet her, it's just to have sex. So 9 times out of 10, she has another life. She's either married or she has somebody else. And you might not want to hear that, but I know I didn't want to hear that shit. Even I figured it out on my own, and I still didn't want to hear it. Because it's more of an ego thing. Because I realized that you can't be all things to everybody. You're only one person. You're only one man, one woman. See, women think they can be everything to one man. But that's not even a practical way of thinking. You know, it takes a village. You know, they say it takes a village to raise a child, right? But how come they don't say it takes a village to have a relationship? But that's just how it is. It takes a village. One woman can't do everything for a man. One woman can't fulfill all his hopes, dreams, inspirations, ambitions. One person cannot do all of that. I'm sorry to break it to you. Whether you're a man or a woman, one person can't do all that. So, in this day and time, I think it's highly unlikely if you get with a man or a woman that they're going to be your only sexual partner for the rest of your life. I think it's highly unlikely. Now, they might be within a relationship. You might live with them for the rest of your life. But I really think that it's highly unlikely that she's going to sleep with you, or you're going to sleep with her for the rest of your life without somebody else every once in a while. Every once in a while, a bitch might sneak off. You know what I'm saying? Just like a dude might sneak off. Every once in a while. When she's out on that vacation trip, or when she's out on that business trip, or when you're out on that vacation trip, or when she's going to that class reunion, or when you're going to that class reunion, or when she's going to that church function, whichever the case. But you just have to be practical about it, you know. And you have to look at the big picture, because I mean, at the end of the day, what is it all about to you? That's what you have to ask yourself a question. At the end of the day, for me personally, it's all about family, friends, and being around the people that love me and care about me and respect me. That's what it's all about to me at the end of the day. Why don't you put things in perspective? Just sex by itself won't be as big as the big picture. So if you like what you heard, subscribe to my channel. Check out my blog, chooseyourrelationships.com. Until next time, sharp game is out. Peace.